Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up to help the channel grow. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the conscious universe for the new world consciousness. Suzy Ward, channeling Matthew Ward, April 4, 2024. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. The genocide in Gaza led by Netanyahu, the Illuminati who masterminded the Hamas assault on Israel, is breaking the back of that secret society. It is becoming known that it established and funded all terrorist groups, and its goal is to kill 6 billion people. Citizenries are protesting policies of Illuminati-controlled governments, other national leaders are refusing economic and trade cooperation, and rising vibrations and white hats will prevent diabolical plans from reaching fruition. Please do not feel fearful about any scary predictions you may have heard in conjunction with the April 8 solar eclipse. Among New Agers, the common expectation is that it will be a century or more before Earth's civilization lives in fifth density, and a number of volunteers don't think Arnold's people's 35 to 40-year time frame is possible. We asked Arnold if he would like to speak about this, and he transmitted his response to my mother after she returned from the joyous family reunion in Panama. She is having difficulty accepting what she says is the wrong order of life. Last July, at age 90, she recovered from her massive heart attack, and 2 weeks ago, my beloved brother Michael, the youngest of us 4 siblings, succumbed to his. This is a sorrowful time for all my family on Earth. Now, here is Arnold's response. Arnold, Suzy, my greetings and gratitude for receiving my message. Matthew, thank you for offering me the opportunity to change the low vibrations of doubt around the timing into the high vibrations of confidence and enthusiasm. The time frame is set, but as you know, good vibes facilitate transitional processes. Even though my overview is going to be painted with a broad brush, people will know generally what to expect, and they'll know the end results will be marvelous. Dear ones, Earth is experiencing one of the most magnificent and memorable transformations in the history of this universe. Everything is connected energetically, and what is upcoming for Earth will benefit the rest of this universe, too. That's not the only reason all light beings everywhere are cheering you ever onward. It's time you know you're part of the universal family. What you think is linear time actually is energy, and because the planet has been moving into planes of successively lighter energy, you perceive it as time passing faster and faster. Everything that's happening during your concept of time is being accelerated too, like an accordion whose bellows are being pushed closer and closer. Especially significant is people's growing awareness, and this is why we could assure you all major changes can be completed in 35 to 40 years. The assurance is rooted in the powerful energy of love. Never underestimate that power. Love is how volunteers are wakening up our Earth family. It's how those who are awake have raised their attitudes, outlook and aspirations, and their actions are meaningful, beneficial. Love is the foundation upon which they will build a new world for themselves, Earth's golden age, and in the continuum, they are thriving in the love that is the basis of life in that age. Since it will be quite a while before there is evidence of that, it could be helpful to know what to anticipate along the way. Your otherworldly helpers would like everything to flow smoothly and swiftly, and eventually everything will, but intermittent turmoil is probable during the next months. You will be navigating the energy of general confusion and rage as deep staters lash out because white hats and military forces are arresting and removing their colleagues while others in the forces are establishing widespread security along with destroying dark ones' facilities as they are discovered. How and when shocking truths will be announced publicly still is being discussed. Who is internationally respected enough to be believed? There isn't much trust in your world at this point. Almost everyone knows major media are lying, and many national leaders don't have their citizens' best interests at heart. Some reforms are ready to go and others are in late planning stages, but none can be implemented effectively until darkness is eradicated. I'll give you an example of why this is so. There are heartfelt intentions to provide humanitarian aid to people living in dire circumstances everywhere, and in some cases the onslaught of hardships and deprivation began many years ago. Not only have puppets of darkness and their minions created obstacles to prevent aid from reaching people in desperate straits, they have been increasing needy populations by instigating civil conflicts, economic instability and terrorism in country after country. Activities and policies adversely affecting health and mind, body and spirit that will be given prompt attention post-deep state include stepped-up delivery of aid. Chemtrail spraying and all other forms of toxic pollution will stop. Debris in bodies of water will be cleared out. Search and destruction of illegal drugs, chemical and bioweaponry, contaminated solutions called vaccines and adrenochrome will continue. Unfair laws, and everything else related to legal unjustness, will be overturned. Mainstream media will start reporting factual information, and your entertainment and sports industries have in store a big cleansing shuffle. Initial activity in major projects like ending environmentally damaging practices, the changeover from current energy sources to free energy, and great differences in raising animals in the food chain, for instance, will be in fits and starts. Organized deterrence to anything that would uplift the downtrodden or expose hidden truths will be gone, but familiar structures like governments and bureaucratic policies, procedures and regulations will be rubble, and the civilization has no experience acting freely and forcefully with vision. When wise, honorable individuals with expertise in numerous fields step up at local, national and international levels, action that is just chugging along will start sailing. Another extensive project is education, which will be revamped from pre-kindergarten through doctorate degrees. Students at every level will be taught universally and historically accurate information. Advancements in other fields, too, like medical care, energy, agriculture, transportation, construction and communication, will ensure that everyone in the world has an abundance of whatever they require and desire. Whether or not the name Nesra is attached to the global economic system that will replace the current corrupt operation, the Act's application will end impoverishment, cancel countries' debts to World Economic Forum, International Monetary Fund and international financial organizations, cancel some kinds of personal debts and end Federal Reserve System, IRS, and banks' usurious interest rates. Digital banking that is being heavily marketed is part of the corrupt system, not the new system. Provisions are in place for income from governments and investments to continue during the changeover in systems, but there may be a short period of payment interruption. Bartering, which worked well in olden days, will do so again, for the part of the population that will find fulfillment in trading a skill for a pair of boots, say, or simply helping whoever needs it, and never is money involved. It appears that leaders of progressive movements will take on one of the society's greatest responsibilities, providing permanent housing for the masses of homeless. No one would deny this situation is critical, but action has been stymied by fear, greed, bigotry, and apathy. Rising vibrations will ease, then end reasons for fear. At the same time they diminish negative traits and reinforce positive ones. Then the monumental homeless challenge will be put on a firm path to a satisfying outcome. Many hands will be needed to clear away debris in war-torn areas and rebuild towns, cities, and businesses. While some former residents will be eager to move back home and start over, others won't want to be uprooted again. Immigrants who blended into the community that took them in and prospered by contributing to its strength will feel at home. People who fled violence, political oppression, and lack of income will want the assurance of safety and opportunities for education and work before they return to their native lands. An international organization will be established to oversee that immense job of house cleaning, you could call it. Ending homelessness of citizens in the United States and remedying the conditions that cause that situation will be undertaken by several groups in the country's private sector, including a team of alternative healthcare specialists. Intelligence agencies also will undergo a cleaning out, and some, including the CIA and Mossad, will remove their rogue elements or disband entirely. If national borders change, the paramount consideration will be shared roots of ancestry, history, culture, and philosophy. When new borders are formed by victors in wars, no thought is given to feelings of the affected people. Situations designed to put small farmers out of business will be wiped out, struggling small businesses will be financially assisted, and multinational corporations that are monopolizing their markets will be divided. If businesses that served dark purposes can be retooled and modified, for instance, corporations and factories that produce equipment for war, that will be done. There's no point in reinventing the wheel if sanding it restores smooth rolling. It won't be necessary to choose between making a world whose natural beauty is restored and every person is healthy, happy, and prospering, and the grand adventure of space exploration. There will be more than enough resources, talents, knowledge, ingenuity, interest, and money to do a splendid job of both. And, now and then during upcoming years, the universe will surprise you with spectacular events, divine gifts that elevate your evolution and Gaia's. At this juncture, Gaia has no plans beyond absorbing the intense light that is letting her planetary body steadily ascend through fourth density on the way to her destination in fifth. That is where she, God and Soul co-created the planet as a paradise, a gem in this universe. It is where Gaia's future population will live in love, joy, prosperity, and with respect for all nature in a world of majestic beauty, Earth's golden age. Many souls living on Earth today will return during that age, when reactivated DNA strands will enable a very long healthy life, and others will incarnate on the planet for the first time. As idyllic as life will be, eventually residents will move on to more highly evolved worlds to continue growing spiritually and consciously. Dear family, look toward the heavens and be inspired by the vastness and wonderment of our universe. It holds promises of glorious experiences. Love yourselves, and let life's offerings unfold. Matthew, I hope my straightforward overview will banish time doubts. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, and Suzy, thank you for receiving my words. It is a delight and privilege to be invited to contribute to these messages. Matthew. Thank you for your illuminating information, Arnold, and thank you and all your colleagues for everything you're doing to help Gaia and all her life forms. Arnold. It is a service of love just as yours is, Matthew, and now I shall take my leave. Goodbye to you and to you too, dear Suzy. Matthew. Goodbye to you, our dear friend. All lighted beings in this universe are supporting you with the power of unconditional love. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward. Website, MatthewBooks.com. Email, Suzy@MatthewBooks.com. Arnold is a member of the extraterrestrial special forces who are living among us. September 16, 2019, November 1, 2022, and July 3, 2023 messages include information from him. Please send questions and comments to Suzy@MatthewBooks.com. All messages from December 2003 to date are archived on www.MatthewBooks.com. Please share them. Also on that site, you can read contents and a sample chapter of all 6 books and order them in Bookshop.